Hey guys, it's Tina and I am back and I am so excited to share this look with you guys. You don't understand. I have been in a little bit of a rut where I wasn't feeling like wearing makeup, and today I was like, snap out of it, let's go, let's do something fun, let's do something interesting. And I was inspired by the brand new Urban Decay Moondust shadows. So it's a galaxy themed palette and there's some single eyeshadows that also debuted. I'll leave a link below to the video that I did on the eyeshadows, but I was inspired to do a galaxy look and that's what I did. And I went big. I went full on blue lips and everything. I pulled out all the stops because I just wanted to have fun with makeup. So if you want to go ahead and have some fun with me and see how I created this look, then stay tuned and I will talk to you soon. So here's an up close view of the look that we are going for. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with my eyeshadow primer. This is the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion. And I'm just applying that all over my lids up to my brow bone area. And this is going to help prevent our eyeshadows from creasing as well as give them something to stick to intensify the colors. Next, I'm going in with some concealer. This is my Sephora Gel Serum Concealer in the shade Cream Caramel number 13. And I'm just applying that directly under my brows. And then I'm going to grab my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 18 concealer brush just to help blend this out beneath my brows and create a nice crisp line and clean up the shape of that brow area. And then I'm going in with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush just to blend out the edges of that concealer and remove any of the excess product by blending it downwards onto the brow bone. Then I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow base. This is my Lane Low Paint Pot from MAC. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of that all over my lid and help blend it out with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. And then further blend it out using my fingers just to warm up that product and evenly spread it across my lid space. Now to help with blending in the crease, I'm going to go in with my M650 Cookie eyeshadow from Makeup Forever. It's just a matte caramelly skin tone shade. And I'm going to buff that in my brow bone area using the Urban Decay E201 Smoky Crease Brush. And I'm just going to go back and forth windshield wiper motion just to apply a layer of that eyeshadow in the crease. And this is going to help with blending and removing some of that excess creaminess from that eyeshadow base that we placed down before. To start off the eyeshadow look, I'm going in with I220 Sapphire from Makeup Forever, which is just a metallic deep blue shade. And I'm grabbing that on a very small brush. This is the Morris number 12 Lash Line Smudger brush. And any small brush that you have will do. I'm just using this brush to create a halo effect on the eye. So I'm applying the eyeshadow on the inner lid area, avoiding the tear duct, and also on the outer lid area, avoiding the outer crease. And I'm just creating a sandwich effect and leaving the center, the inner tear duct area, and the outer lid area completely blank, just depositing that color for now. And then I'm going to grab a clean blending brush. This is a J5523 brush from Hakuhodo, and just go around the edges of the color on the crease lines so there are no harsh lines. We definitely want to go ahead and blend out the edge of that color so it doesn't leave a harsh line behind and make the look unblended. Next, I'm going to grab a brighter blue shade. This is ME216 Electric Blue, also from Makeup Forever. And this is a bright metallic blue shade, and I'm grabbing it on the same small smudger brush from Morris. And this time I'm going on the inner part of where we placed that darker blue. So I'm just overlaying it right over the blue to create an ombre effect. And we want that bright blue to really pop on that inner area. And then I'm going to grab a rich dark blue. This is ME224 Navy Blue, also from Makeup Forever. This one is a rich, dark, inky blue shade. And we're using the same brush, but I'm very carefully applying this now to the outer lid area. So we're creating an ombre effect of blues. We're going from a really rich dark blue to that bright pop of electric blue on the inner part. and then go also on the inner lid area, still avoiding the inner tear duct, and then pop that dark blue on the innermost part. And then now we can go back in with our blending brush and just go along the edges of the blue in the crease and blend out any harsh line that was created. And we're just going back and forth, just back and forth motions to blend that color out. And you can press a little harder just to make sure that you move that color around, and make sure that you blend it out on the inner lid area as well. And then we're gonna bring it around in a windshield wiper motion just to join the colors in the center, in the crease, but not on the lid. We're still keeping the lid, the center of the lid clear, but we're bringing the color around on the inner crease area, just blending the excess color upwards slightly into the crease. And I'll go in on a clean washcloth and just remove any of the excess product off the blending brush, and then go back in and blend out the edges some more. And now we're gonna go in with a purple shade. This is Inglot number 439 eyeshadow. It's just a deep purple shade. And we're gonna grab just a little on that same blending brush and lightly apply it to the outer lid area and outer crease. And that color really picks up, so the pigmentation is there, so you want to apply it very lightly. Then clean off the brush again on your washcloth and go around the edges very slightly, because we just want that purple to peek through at the outer edges of the crease and on the outer lid. So just blend that color back and forth again, using very light touches on the skin to really fade it upwards onto the crease. And then I'm going to pick some more of that purple up on a stiff shader brush and then apply it directly to the outer lid area so that purple really stands out. But we've already blended out the edges, so we're just intensifying the color on the outer lid area. I'm going in with a clean blending brush again just to clean up some of that excess color, just going around. This is the Urban Decay E201 brush again, and I'm just going around the edges just to get rid of some of that excess product before we go and work on the glitter. And now for the glitter, because this is what's going to make this look really pop and give it that galaxy feel. This is Crux Moondust eyeshadow from Urban Decay, and I'm just going to grab that on an e.l.f. smudger brush, and I'm dampening my brush just a little bit using my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix spray. This is going to help the glitter to stick to our lids and not go flaking off everywhere. And we're gonna apply that Moondust shadow on the edges of the electric blue that we placed down. We're still trying to leave a little gap for a lighter shade, so we're applying it on the inner and outer area of the middle of the crease. Some's gonna come over, but just try to leave a little bit of gap in the middle for a lighter glitter shade. Just like that, and it sticks really nicely to the lid when you use it damp. And now we'll grab the lighter color. This is Chemtrail, also a Moondust shadow from Urban Decay. And this one is just a light beigey shade with silver and blue glitter to it. And we're using the same e.l.f. brush just to pop that directly on the middle of the lids. And we're just going directly between where we place the Crux Moondust shadow to create a halo effect and give it that galaxy feel. And then we can go in with the blend-in brush that we had before and just blend right over where the glitter is on the middle of the crease, just to blend out any harshness. And now we can go in and do some defining work. We're going back in with that rich dark blue and just darkening up the outer lid area to smoke that color out, and applying a little bit more to the inner tear duct. And wipe the brush off and blend out the edges of the color into the other colors that we had down before. And I'm also going to pick up some more of that electric purple and just blend it over where we had it before, so it really intensifies that color. And once again, go back in and blend out any harshness that was created, but you can just do very light strokes, very light touches to blend out anything harsh that we created. And that looks great. I'm just going to go ahead and grab some Scotch tape to remove some of the glitter that has fallen all over my face. I'm just using the sticky part just to grab the glitter off my skin. And now let's go in with some concealer under the eyes. This is my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Dark Neutral. And I'm also going to mix in some of my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade medium to ginger. The ginger shade is the lighter of the two. I'm just putting a little bit of that under my eyes and then grabbing the Urban Decay shade and topping it off. And that will create a brightening effect without being overwhelming. Then I'm grabbing a dampened beauty blender sponge and just tapping over that concealer just to blend it out under my eyes and cover up some of that darkness. And then I'll flip it over and use the bigger side of the sponge just to pounce that over my skin. And the pointed end just to blend along my lash line area. Now before we do anything else, I'm going to go in and set this concealer using a loose powder. This is my La Prairie Cellular Treatment Loose Powder in Translucent 2. And I'm just going to press that in over the concealer using the same dampened beauty blender just to set everything in place and prevent creasing. And just in case some of that powder got over our eyeshadow, let's go ahead and blend out that edge. Now we can go in with our inner tear duct highlight. This is the shade Pinup from Tarte. This is one of their metallic shadows. And I'm just going to apply that using a bullet brush. This is the Precision Smudger Brush 124 from IT Cosmetics for Ulta. And we're just going to pop that directly on the inner tear duct area. And this bullet brush will really concentrate that color. And we're going to pull a little bit of it down on the inner lower lash line as well. And then I'll go in with a blender brush just to blend out the edges so it doesn't look so intense and harsh. I forgot that I'd used some white eyeliner. This is from ColourPop. It's the shade Exit. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of that on the inner tear duct area to really brighten it up. So I'm just applying a little bit of the white pencil. And then I'll go in and blend it out using the smudger brush that we used before. And then apply that inner tear duct highlight again, and that is going to really brighten that inner tear duct highlight. As you see, it didn't show up before that intensely, and now with the white it's really brightened that area up. Now I'm picking up some of the purple that we used before and just applying it right on the inner crease area just to pull everything together with that purple. Just lightly blending it on that inner crease area. Now we can go ahead and apply our mascara, which of course is my beloved Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I'm just going to apply that to my upper lash line area, making sure I get a good coating. And then for my lower waterline, I'm going to grab my 24/7 Glide On pencil from Urban Decay in the shade Perversion. And this is just a rich matte black, and I'm just going to apply that directly to my lower waterline area, making sure I get a generous smoky coat. And then we're going to grab the dark navy shade on a MAC 242 brush and go directly on the lower lash line and smoke out that lower lash line area, making sure to get directly up against the lashes. And then I'm going to grab some of the electric blue, which is that brighter blue, and go directly over that to add a pop of bright color to that, just to intensify it so it doesn't look as dark. And then we can go in with a blending brush just along the edges just to make sure it's nice and smudgy and not so harsh. Yes. And now we can go in with our lower lash mascara. This is a MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. My favorite lower lash mascara. And just apply that on the lower lashes. And for the false eyelashes today, I'm using these from House of Lashes. They are the style Siren. And they're just nice, full, flirty lashes. And then last for the eyes, I'm going to grab my underbrow highlight. This is Mirage eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. I love this eyeshadow for underbrow highlight. It's a yellowy gold shade with just enough shimmer to not overwhelm that underbrow area. And I'm using my MAC 252 to blend that down onto the brow bone. Now let's go ahead and work on the face. I know this under eye highlight looks intense. We're going to work on that. I'm going to grab my foundation. For this, I'm just going to use my BECCA Radiant Skin Satin Finish Foundation. I am in the shade Tobacco. I'm going to apply the foundation using my MAC 170 foundation brush. This is actually a brush that they recommend for their cushion foundation. And it actually works really nicely for any liquid or cream type product. I really like how it applies foundation, and I've had it for a little while, but I just recently started using it a little bit more, and it really applies foundation nicely, especially around crevices like your nose area. And I'm just going to use this to blend out the foundation. And this foundation has been discontinued by BECCA, so if you want to see it come back, which I think it's one of their best foundations, and I'm so unhappy that it's no longer available because it is a really great foundation. I did get backups on Hot Look, so I was lucky enough to have a couple stashed away, but it's a foundation that I really think would be enjoyed by a lot of people. It's a really good foundation. I think I got a little bit too much on, so I'm gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs No. 3 face brush and just blend that excess out, because we do not want cake face, girl. No, no, no. And I'm gonna set everything in place using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation and my Tarte Powder Player Brush. I need to really finish up this powder, so I'm trying to just use it up. I already started a fresh one, which is probably not the wisest thing, but I was traveling, so I used the fresh one, and I just have been ignoring this one and not finishing it up. So let's help finish this guy up, right? Just applying that all over my skin to set the foundation in place. And I know people are like, oh my god, your door is open. I am afraid someone's gonna come in and attack you. I left the door open because the rain was falling, and I love a storm, so I wanted to hear the rain fall, if that makes sense. I don't open the windows in this room because I don't want the direct sunlight. I have like blackout curtains in here to just make sure there's no sunlight coming in on my cosmetics, you know, to prolong the shelf life. So I don't open the windows, I don't hear anything, so I really wanted to hear the rain. Now let's go ahead and contour. I'm using my Hi-Fi filter from Marc Jacobs. This is their light filter and contour powder. This is the darkest shade they have, or the darkest duo they have. It's the shade 60, and I'm using a Kevyn Aucoin contour brush. It's a very small contour brush, and just applying that directly to the hollows of my cheeks. And I love this powder. It's one of my favorite contour powders. This and the BECCA Contour Duo. Those are my two favorite contour products of all time. Love them so much. I'm just using a little bit of that also to contour my nose a bit. And then I'm gonna grab my Marc Jacobs, the shape brush. What is it? It is the shape brush, and just blend out the contour a little bit so it's not too harsh, because we don't like harsh around these places. No. Blend, blend, blend. I'm going to use this blush here from BECCA. This is the shade Foxglove. It's one of their luminous blushes. And I'm just gonna pop a little, ooh, don't use too much. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that on my cheek area using my Zoeva cheek brush and just blend that out. These blushes are really nice blushes, so I'm just gonna pop that on and blend it out. And it's already a luminous blush, so I don't necessarily need a highlighter for this, but I'm gonna use a highlighter anyway because why not? And these blushes blend out really nicely, and it gives a nice glow to the skin, so I really like that, but I think I put a little bit too much, so I'm just gonna go over that with my powder brush. There we go. Ooh. And then for the highlight, I'm gonna go in with this Dior Nude Air Luminizer, which I just got. It's so beautiful. It's a limited edition luminizer. I just hauled this for you guys. I'm gonna grab that on my Anastasia A23 highlighter brush, and I'm just gonna lightly, lightly pop it on the tops of my cheeks. And I'm not gonna use too much. This brush, if you want a serious glow, this brush is really good at picking up the highlighter and really giving you a bam effect to your cheeks. If you want a subtle highlighter, don't go with this brush. It alone is gonna pick up a lot of highlighter and really apply it to your skin because of the texture of the bristles. So Be careful with it. Just blend that out. Oh, that is so pretty though. Oh, I got a little bit too much on this side. I am just, listen, when I OD, I just go in with my powder brush and brush some of that away. So boom. Let's figure out that. Oh, you know what I'm doing for the lips? I know exactly what I'm doing for the lips. Ooh. I'm gonna use this one here from Too Faced. It's the Melted Matte Lipstick. This one is the shade Who's Zoomin' Who. And look at this blue. Like, if this is not perfect for this look, I don't know what is. So let's see if we can get this applied without too much trouble. I am really impressed with this lip color because I only did one dip for my bottom lip and then one for my top lip, and it covered completely opaque. It's not streaky. It applied really evenly. That is really good for blue lipstick, liquid lipstick. This is the first time I've tried a blue liquid lipstick that just covers, bam, full color, one go. But yes, I really like this. I'm gonna go back in for good measure because I'm extra like that. Yes. I kind of want to do a little bit of galaxy tie-in with the lids. I know this is the most, but I'm gonna go in with Gamma Ray Moondust from Urban Decay and just grab it on the e.l.f. Cosmetics brush and put that on the inner part of my lower lip. Oh yes. Listen, I don't need a metallic lip, people. Do you see? Oh my god, that's so pretty. Let's do it on the top lip too. Yes. Woo! Gamma Ray came through. That is really pretty. Look at this situation, guys. Like, look at this. I am not one for metallic lips at all, but I wouldn't buy a metallic liquid lipstick, but I would do this because this is cute. So now that I'm looking at the completed look and I'm looking at the cheeks, I wanted to add some more color because I don't think that pink blush is really doing me justice. So I'm going in with the Savior. This is Devil Blush from MAC. Hello, it's beautiful. And I'm grabbing that on my Pro Featherweight Complexion number 90 brush from Sephora. And I'm just gonna pop that. I was just checking to see if it was just too much color, but it's good. So I'm just gonna pop that on my cheeks. And this is like a fire engine orange, if that makes sense. It's like a bright, it's like a bold orange, but it's not like, it's red based, it's not yellow based. So I'm just gonna blend that on my cheeks. And I think this is fast becoming one, if not my favorite bright colored blush. It's really intense, really beautiful, and it really just intensifies the look and pulls it off. And it's a really pretty blush on my complexion. So there we go. I think, yeah, because with everything together, I needed more color on the cheeks. So ba-bam! I'm dying over this look. Like, all right, let's show you the eyes. So here go the eyes, completely done. And I absolutely love the effect. It's really a bold blue smoky eye with that galaxy effect. I am loving this so much. Alright guys, so here's the finished look. And I absolutely love this look. Like, everything going on. I know it's bold, it's intense, it's not necessarily wearable, but I am loving this and I'm so happy to be playing in makeup again. Hopefully you guys also enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it. And as usual, I'll leave a full list of the products used down below in the description box, so you can check that out in case you missed anything and you want to know what I used. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys.